Yo guys, what's going on? This is Yoki Man here, and welcome back to another episode of my Football Manager 2019 save here with Braga. This is the third attempt of recording this, so I've moved, as I did mention in the last episode. If you haven't seen it, go back and check it out. We played against Spartan. It was a crazy game. I've tried recording this twice. We played two good games as well, and one was a cup final, so it's really frustrating. What's happened is when I've replugged everything back into the computer, the microphone, for some strange reason, I don't know if anybody else has had this issue, was turning itself down. So I turned it up. I know it's after the first time, turned it up for the second episode, and we're talking like 30-minute long episodes both times because there's transfers and stuff, and a load of jibber-jabbering going on. It's great, get a coffee, fantastic. But yeah, so pretty much this is my third attempt. I've taken a little break since recording this because of the frustration of the last two. I did edit the second one and was tempted to put it up, but it was just too quiet, and I'm sorry, I just cannot put something up that I don't feel confident that people can hear correctly. It was a shame that both of them were good episodes. I feel like I was on good form, but unfortunately that's the situation. So as I said, I have moved. The internet is not technically here yet. We don't have the internet until the 26th. It's very frustrating. There's been so many issues with TalkTalk and them getting the address wrong, and then our order being cancelled for no reason whatsoever. But it's sorted now, so it should be here on the 26th, please. But I have managed to siphon, if you would, some internet from the local shop. By local, I mean Costa. So, yeah, pretty much I'm using their Wi-Fi because I got a really strong booster. And it's okay. It's 2 down and 2 up. It's going to take me like 2 hours to put this episode up and future episodes. But I want to keep as active as I can in that time period. I cannot last in that time window without making any content whatsoever. So basically this episode will be more of an update. We're playing for an easy... They're bottom of the league. Xavi Alonso, though, is their manager. But they're bottom of the league. They're woeful. This should be a good win for us to bounce back after the loss we just had. It's not really the game I wanted, but it's good. We can update everything. There's too much going on for me not to update. This has been quite a good window and a good opportunity to get information over to you guys. So, yeah, basically that's the situation. These will be going up. They're going to take me a long time to put up, but these will be going up. CSK and Moscow will be, but the plan now is for me to backlog as much as possible, and hopefully things will be sorted. I've noticed as well since I've been gone, I've only been gone like a week, which is insane, but there's been a spike. We've had a few subs. The channel seems to be growing well. You new guys, welcome on board. It is massively appreciated. And everybody's support in general is fantastic. It's great for the channel. I've been doing this for a long time now, and I've taken a few hiatuses, some for very long periods of time. But that's not the plan this time. It was just circumstance of the move, and then unfortunately the internet. But hopefully we're rocking and rolling. Should be fine. The microphone should be fine this time. If not, I am really I've got zero ideas what I'm going to do, because I can't sit down and record the same conversation, because obviously a lot of the stuff I'm walking you through now I've actually recorded twice. But yeah, it is what it is. Welcome to the world of YouTube. But anyway, guys, we're going to update you on the transfers in this episode. There has actually been some transfers. We did get a boost in the budget as well because we changed our expectations to Champions League. But, I mean, we solidly should get Champions League. I mean, we've lost one game all season and drawn one. We're neck and neck with Porto. Now, I'll be 100% honest. Do I think we will finish top? No. I think we will probably finish second, which is absolutely fine. I've got no issues finishing second. With the players we brought in and the depth in the squad, there is that potential. Now, I would take Europa League, maybe, quarterfinals would be cool. It depends who we get drawn against. We could be really unlucky. Although we're having a breakout season, we're having such a great season, it's easy to forget that we still, compared to some of the bigger teams, especially Benfica and Porto, we still have a subpar squad compared to them. But I'm very excited about the team and how they're playing this season. So let's go through the fixtures. Let's go through the transfers. Let's go through my mindset of the squad. This will be a bit of a longer episode, like I said, because there's a lot to explain. And obviously with me being gone for a week or so and the move and stuff, there was all that to explain. So let's get into the players first. I'll tell you the players we've signed. I don't believe we've let anyone go. But I do want to touch over some of my decisions on maybe potential players going, but it looks like there's not going to be enough time now. So first of all, I'd like to touch over Cardoso. Now, if you didn't see him in the last episode, now this is brilliant because I've never heard of this kid before. This is a real life player. He's not a regen. So yeah, he's a wonder kid as well. His media description is wonder kid. I don't know if it starts as that. I have noticed this year, I had Goebbels, he didn't start as a wonder kid, hit 20, was a wonder kid. So I have no idea how that works. But 15 heading, 15 marking, 15 tackling, 16 positions, this guy's good. This guy's really good. His teamwork and work rate aren't technically what I would prefer to go for. But as someone who's going to play alongside a ball-playing defender, this guy looks like he's going to be solid. He's solid in all departments that he needs to be solid in for this position. So I'm very excited about him. If you haven't seen him before, feel free to go and pick him up as well. Let me know how he got on for you. The perfect place to give me information on your saves and whatnot would probably be the Discord. We're quite active over there. Well, at least I am and Drew, and we're starting our Liquid Gaming over there. So I will link all that stuff though in the description down below. But this is Cardoso. Looks amazing. So while we're on the theme of youngsters coming in at Wonder Kids, now this guy doesn't have Wonder Kid as his media description, but I could see it being that at some point because with 20 determination, 20 flair, 16 passing, this guy can really spread the ball across the field. His first touch of 17, he's not bad at dribbling, his teamwork lacks a little bit, but his work rate's good, his vision's good. His physicals and natural just overall fitness aren't fantastic, but he seems like a player that will sit in the hole as a playmaker and just spread the ball across the pitch. And I'm more than happy to have that player because I have my box-to-box midfielder that's going to do the lion's share of the work next to him. So Armand Tamala Emenekimi. Yeah. That's the best you're going to get from me, but he looks like a brilliant signing. I'm excited to see how he produces in the future. And since we're on the theme of youngsters and midfielders, Mike Mariowski, Austrian 19-year-old regen, he's wanted by everyone, which is an issue. People have been coming in, and I think for once the board listened to me now. When they sold Trincao, they haven't done that with him. Now, that could change, but the board haven't stepped in once, and we've been offered 3 or 4 million, and they've not even batted an eyelid. So I think we're in a good enough financial position now to keep hold of this kid. I have said to him, you should stick around. We've got some great young players. He wants Champions League football. He should have that next year anyway, regardless. Although it didn't give me the option to say we'll have it next year, which was a little bit strange, but it doesn't make a difference. He looks good. He looks really good. So we're stacked in the midfield position, which leads me to decisions that need to be made when it comes to the midfield. People like Fede Varela, who hasn't really found his part in the team, probably will be leaving in the summer. And there's a couple more players that will be alongside him. If we take a look at the midfield, I have to start making some decisions. Febas hasn't had the greatest season, and neither has certain other players. Now, Gakuri would be a player I would be willing to let go until he hit the form that he's been in recently, and now I definitely won't be accepting any transfers for him. As you might have seen already, guys, one of the guys we brought in. Now, the theme for me was, I know people wanted me to sign players from maybe players who were on the fringes or players who weren't getting played for the bigger teams. Being Braga, that's probably something that they would do in real life. And I wanted that to be the theme. I don't think 3 seasons in, halfway through the 3rd season as well, that we should be reaching too far. So Quintero, for me, he's a superb signing. He's ready-made. He's a superb player. Very good on the ball. Very good dribbler. Can play right wing. Play attacking midfielder. I'm very, very happy to have Quintero in the team, to be honest with you. Again, he's not got much natural fitness, but that doesn't matter. And the way we move the ball, he should work really, really well with the team. So I'm kind of excited to see what he does. It's on 19.5k, so he took a wage cut from what he was on at Porto. I think he was on like 30k over there, so we definitely managed to get him to knock down on the wage. But I'm excited to see what he does, and I think he'll be a good player for the team, if not even just add that little bit of quality. I've noticed when we're being stretched and we're playing a lot of games, like the cup final to a degree, that we struggle when we have to massively rotate. Little bits of rotation is fine, but we do have depth, but it's maybe not 100% strong yet. Sometimes when the youngsters come into the team, they're just a bit off the pace. I'm hoping someone of this quality coming into the team is going to be fantastic for us. Now, the final player we brought in was Morelos. Now, I had him at Sporting. I had full intentions of selling him when I was at Sporting. Couldn't get rid of him and ended up using him and really enjoyed using him. He was a brilliant player for me in that second season, I believe. He comes back. So we've snapped him up here. We snapped him up for 1.5 million. As you can see, he's only on 8k per week, so he's not on much. And he could easily bounce straight into the team, right or left, which is fantastic because this season, Martins has had so many injuries and issues. It's been a very frustrating time when it comes to Martins, to be honest with you, this season. And Ricardo Horta, he's probably having his breakout season for me, and he's playing very well. But I need to have rotation because Donis is predominantly playing in the centre and not on the left where we kind of signed him for, but he's playing so well as our attacking midfielder. So Morelos, I think he's going to be brilliant for us, to be 100% honest, and he's great as a backup rotation kind of player. I'm very happy for 1.5 million. I think if he performs as well, his value should skyrocket. Right, guys, so as you can see on the screen, you might be thinking to yourselves, why are we looking at Luka Jovic? Now, we're looking at Luka Jovic because at the start of next season, he's joining Braga. Yes, that's right. Luka Jovic is joining Braga on a free. This is a steal, guys. This is the best transfer coup I have pulled off. Definitely in this series, in the CSKA Moscow series, in the Sporting series. This is a coup. Luka Jovic, I've not yet used him this year. I'm a huge fan of him. I'm a huge fan of what he's doing in real life, and I'm really, really excited to see what he can do at this club. 16 finishing. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? He's not a bad player. He just looks decent. He's not having the greatest of times. Now, he's not played great. Now, he's come off the bench in the Champions League and scored 2 goals. But overall, he's not really scored much. And he's not really played much. But that's fine because that'll change at Braga because he'll be the number 1 striker. And I really think he's going to enhance our strike force, to be 100% honest with you. I've seen this a few times, though. He tends to be up for a free because Benfica don't use him. They tend to sign strikers like they've signed Origi and Paco Alcácer and stuff, and Frankfurt, they didn't get enough out of him season 1 for him to be boosted enough to get sold near enough. So yeah, I'm very, very happy. I'm not guaranteeing that he'll always be on a free after season 3. Great rhyming there, but he is one to look out for and a superb player, and I'm very, very excited to have him in the team. Right, guys, so that's the transfers done. Let's look at the fixtures now. I've played way more games than I wanted to. Well, I've played 2 more games than I wanted to because of the recording issues. But the 3-2 against Sporting, if you didn't see it, go and watch it. I'm still gutted. I really thought we could have brought it back, but our first loss in the league against Sporting as well. Our old club. Very frustrating. Then played Sintresi after that. We beat them 3-2. But luckily, we got an own goal, Fabio Martins and Ryan Christie. But as you can see here, Martins gets injured. So Martins is an issue this season. He really is an issue. He's nowhere near the form that he has been in past seasons. He doesn't look good. He's declining. Injuries are ruining Fabio Martins' career 100%. Last season was still a good season for him. Probably the roundabout the season I'm expecting from him every season. Between 25 and 30 games, 7 to 10 goals, 6 to 10 assists. Absolutely fine. This season, I know it's only showing 1 goal, which is ridiculous because he scored 3. And if you look at these, he scored 15 last year, 13 the year before. But he's been the star of the save until this season, and I 100% I put it down to injuries. His injury troubles have really hampered him, but he may not be here after next summer if he can't find a run of form, because unfortunately at some point we're going to have to replace him with different talent. I don't want to do that. I want him to start performing again. I think at one point, maybe last season, he was worth like 15 million. He's now only worth 6. And he really is having a rough time of it and finding form, especially with injuries. But after the Sintres game, we played Victoria Guimarães. We beat them 3-0. Very comfortable. Donis and Jadas. Now, I will note that I talked about selling Jadas. That's no more. Jadas has found his form. I don't know what happened to him, whether he jumped into last year's game and picked his form back up again. But he's been superb for this run of games, really, that I've played him in. He's played really well, and he is definitely very good from a free kick position. I feel like maybe season 1 we should have just played for free kicks the entire season. We then beat Portimonense 3-1. Raul Silva, Jadas and Ricardo getting the goals. 3-1 was a decent result, keeping league form good. We then played against Rio Ave, beat them 2-0, Ricardo Horta and Luis Suarez. I must admit as well, I'm very much impressed with Luis Suarez. He's been having a good season and getting the goals that's been needed. To be fair, he's been keeping Paulinho out of the squad quite a bit. And then a disappointing loss in the Taco de Portugal. Now, this is mostly disappointing because Benfica lost as well. And with Benfica losing, meant that there was not minnows, but 4 of the smallest. It would have been, 3 of the smaller teams, left in the semi-finals. So really a potential to win a cup because Sporting and Porto had already been knocked out. Benfica being knocked out, but we got knocked out as well. Luis Suarez with a double. But unfortunately, they were too good for us in places. Varela really didn't have a good game, and that was probably the one that stood out to me to be like, right, I don't think I'm going to get much out of this guy. We followed that up with a win against Aves, Fabio Martins coming back into the squad and Jadas scoring as well. And then the League Cup semi-final. This was the first game that I recorded. Donis and Marquez, he scored in the 93rd minute. It was ridiculous. The scenes, the reactions. But at the end of the day, the sound wasn't good, so it doesn't count. But it meant we went through to the final. Now, the League Cup here in Portugal is very frustrating because 3 days after that, I need to remember this, note this down. 3 days after that, we played the League Cup final against Benfica. And Benfica put out a very strong side. We had to rotate the defence, 3 changes. Nuno, Cortese, and Kyle Walker-Peters were the 3 changes. So it was pretty frustrating. We managed to claw a goal back, but we went for it towards the end, but they were probably the better side. And I still have to acknowledge that Benfica's squad, although they're having a poor season, is very, very strong. I mean, João Felix and Divock Origi scored, and they were just behind Paco Alcácer. So, I mean, very, very strong team for Benfica, which leads us to today's game against Veronese. Now, I'll be really happy, to be honest with you, when we get this episode done, because it's my 3rd time of trying, but I'm looking forward to the game. I want us to bounce back after the Benfica result. I mean, it's been a pretty frustrating period of games with the Sporting result, with the Boa Vista result, and with the Benfica result, but I'm feeling confident today, and I'm feeling like we can keep the run going. Porto won, so they are neck and neck with us, so if we don't win today, hopefully Xavi Alonso has a nightmare. If we don't win today, then we'd be neck and neck. I think we're winning on goal difference, though. Or I don't know if it goes head-to-head in Portugal, but I'm pretty sure it's goal difference, but let's pick the team. Right, guys, so this is the squad we're going to go for. We're going to start Paulinho up front. We're going to give him the game. Quintero's going to get his first game, which means Donis goes to the left. Marquez is going to keep his place and playing him as much as possible. He's playing well. Novius and Magaman there in centre mid. Walker, Peters, and De Silva right and left. Now, De Silva's definitely someone I want to pick up. Cortese at centre-back. I say his name different every time. I'm not 100% sure how you pronounce it. Bruno Viana there and Leitner in the net. So on the bench, Suarez keeps his place on the bench. I'm going to be Marowoski. Yeah, I think that's right. Is on the bench. As well as Ricardo Horta coming back. He's coming back from injury, but like I say, definitely standout season for him this year. Right, the team talk is done. We're set to key. I am definitely expecting a great live com after the 2 you guys have just missed. I'm also expecting a good result today, to be 100% honest. Quite a dominant result is what I want to see. The team seems to be shaping up quite well this season. So many options. I know that we need to start offloading a few players, and I'm going to start looking at that. Maybe after I've recorded this, I might try and offload maybe Penalty. That'll do nicely. If we get it. I mean, it's on key, so maybe. Yes, we do. Who's taking it? Quintero gets his first goal for the club. Okay, well done, Quintero. Nice. Decent. We'll take that. 2 minutes in? Nice. Fantastic. But yeah, I definitely think maybe we need to let 1 or 2 players go. Maybe a couple of loans. You never know. But I'll probably look at that after the game, because maybe we could get a couple of players out before the end of the transfer window. But I think there'll be a little clear out. at the start of next season. But a lot of these, Paulinho, a lot of these players will be staying because I'm very happy with a lot of these players. Been building the squad now for 3 seasons, and by the 3rd season now, I'm very happy with the team I've got. Novius Marquez. And again, Quintero, is that his second? Oh, he was offside, right? Yeah, he was offside. Has he been given? Yeah, he is offside. I thought he was. Okay. Only just. Very, very close. We're not good at free kicks. Ooh, this is bad. Grant Magerman gives away the penalty. And they're going to get one shot. And hopefully it's a save. Come on, Leitner. And he saves it. Great heroics there. Magerman, the jury is a little bit out on him. I'm not sold on him yet. I know that's probably bad because he's just given away a penalty, so I'm just blaming him for that. But no, I'm not fully sold on him yet. I don't think he's fantastic. Quintero seems to be linking up well. If he'd have got a good ball in there, I'd have been really happy. I'd like Paulinho maybe to start getting some goals again. Novius, Quintero. He looks good on the ball. Crossbar, Paulinho saved. Should be further. Oh, that's a close one. Should be further up in this game. Novius with the corner. We've got good headers. Donis. I mean, he played back into a danger area, but everyone was that far forward. Novius. I'm hoping he plays his way back into the squad as well. For me, a lot of it is how players are playing. I won't pick a player necessarily on favourite. Well, I will to a degree, but not necessarily on favouritism. I do pick players a lot on their form and how well they're performing. If they have poor games, I will. Paulinho, what a ball from Novius. That was superb link-up play. Oh, that was nice. That was nice football. Yeah, but I'm one of those people. I'll tend to pick people on how well they're playing. If someone's just playing awful, like say Messi played awful for 4 games in a row, he's not being picked for game number 5. And that's kind of how we've worked this team, and it's worked well. The rotation of the team has been good since I've been in. Marquez picks the ball up. That's good work there for him picking the ball up there. Marshaman. Kyle Walker-Peters, Novius, Quintero with his second. What a debut for Quintero. I was expecting good things from him, to be honest with you, when we signed him. I am a huge fan of him in real life. I hope he comes to the Premiership at some point. But he just didn't seem to be being played in the game, but he's definitely talented. Well, I can sit back at this point, boys. I can sit back. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee and I can sit back because Quintero's bossing it. Marquez. Oh, guys. Guys, look at this. Right, okay. I'm not losing it. I know we're playing 18th. But this is some nice football. Quintero here. Beautiful link up. Marquez, good touchdown. Now we're playing football. Nice. Oh, Cortese. I know I said I wanted a performance, but I didn't expect us to be this dominant. Not after giving away a penalty either, but yeah, to be this dominant. I wasn't fully expecting that. I mean, we've been quite clinical, and Quintero has been superb, but Marshaman there again, 3 mistakes. Jury's out on him. He's still young, so there's time that he could bed into the squad, but I'm slowly his finishing's not good. I have to be honest, I didn't scout him superbly. I didn't, because for me, someone who's playing box to box, I want them to have better finishing than 6, at least 10. And his long shots are poor, and unfortunately our team takes quite a lot of long shots. So when you compare him to someone like Febas, he's miles behind. We're going to have to look into it. He looks more as if he's better as a ball winning. More out of his tackling and his marking. We'll look into it though. His work rates though are good, and that's really what I wanted, getting up and down the pitch. Right, I'm very pleased with the team. I mean, I don't know how you say anything different than that. Let's get into the second half. Oh, they've got a free kick and they've scored. That was a very, very good goal from Radoslav Petrovic. Is he on loan there from Sporting? He's got the Sporting kit on. Oh, he's contracted. He's going on a free as well at the end of the season. I wonder if they'll sack Xavi Alonso. That'd be interesting to see. It's quite exciting how many Portuguese talents come into the league. Novius, I thought he was going to do especially himself. Marquez nearly gets on that. João Felix has scored for Benfica to make their game 2-0. 4-1 though, was still remaining dominant. Let's make some changes. Luis Santos for Cortese. Am I training him to be ball playing? Because realistically, I'd like him to be ball playing, but his passing sucks, so no, I'm not. He's going to be the stopper. Makowoski. Is he better there where Novius is? Or is he better where Marjaman is? I'd say he's better where Novius is. I'm retraining him. He can definitely play as a playmaker. If you look at his stats, he can play more as a playmaker than just a central midfielder. Technique, passing, he's a good passer at the ball. Let's get him some game time as much as possible this season. I think we'll just do that for now. Pretty comfortable here. Like I said, I was expecting it. Marjaman, though, I was expecting maybe something out of him. It is pushing me now in the direction of selling him. Because I'd rather give the youngsters... Benfica are winning 6-0. Let's just leave it at that for changes. I'd rather give the youngsters the opportunity than... Okay, so now it's 5-0. Then play someone who's just not playing well. And he's not playing well. He's really not playing well. But someone who is playing well, Quintero in his first game. I'm very, very impressed. Let's get this team talk done and let's take stock of this episode. Right, guys. So, this is the third time. Remember, third time lucky. So hopefully I end this now and I go to edit it and we sound real good. So I feel like I deserve a thumbs up anyway for the 3 attempts at this one episode. But that was a good result. It was very good to see Quintero play so well. The assist to Marquez was beautiful. Novius came in and played well. I am now 100% thinking that maybe we try and get rid of Marjaman now before the window ends. If I can, because he's really not cutting it, is he? He's really not cutting it. And he's not fitting into the squad well. And there's no point having someone around I'm not going to use who I could potentially get 3 or 4 million for. At the end of the day, we're not a rich club. We're still quite a small-time club. But we're still pushing forward, hopefully, potentially, for a league win in Season 3. But anyway, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I'll leave all the information down below of, where to go and check us out and stuff. And yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be back after a week. And I appreciate all your guys' support.